everyone, it's Leanne from Two Hearts Dance and Yoga. Welcome to our YouTube page. We hope to continue to bring you some videos that you can do from home. So make sure that you subscribe to our page and then make sure that you hit the thumbs up so that we know that you like what you see, okay? So today I'm going to offer you a 30-minute energy boost yoga. A lot of you have been requesting that. You're working from home or you're spending your time at home and you need kind of an energy boost to get you through the day. So this will just be a few minutes, 30 minutes at tops, for you to kind of settle in and find some energy within, all right? So let's get started. We will start with a mat. If you have a mat at home, awesome. If not, just find a clear space that you can move around in with as least amount of distractions as possible, okay? So we're gonna take a seat on our mat today. And first, so that we can find a little bit of energy and groundedness and connection from within, we're just gonna take a few minutes to settle into our breath. So maybe placing one hand on the heart, the other on the belly, taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose, maybe side out through the mouth. Inhale up, nice and deep breath, filling up the lungs. Exhale as you let it go. And once more, nice, deep, expansive breath. Exhale to release, nice and good, awesome. We'll bring our hands down by our sides, rise them up, 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 way up above you. Bring everything down into heart center. Inhale, nice and big and expansive, rise up. Exhale to come to heart center. Maybe you incorporate your gaze within this as well, looking up to the sky all the way. Exhale to rest into heart center. I always invite you to set your intention for your practice. So if this is your energy boost, maybe it is to give yourself a little bit of energy from within, or maybe you can set an intention that connects with you and will carry you through the week, taking that time to do so in the present moment. Once you've set that intention, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go out around you, creating this nice aura of energy so that we can find the energy within that we need to continue with our day. So we'll start coming into some of our energy boosting poses. Of course, this is an offering, so if you need to scale back, if you need to change anything up, or if you need to make any modifications, feel free to do so. So the first one, we're gonna take a seat. Now you can take a seat however feels comfortable for you. For me, I'm going to crisscross applesauce, some of my students call it. I'm gonna cross the legs and then sit up really nice and tall through the spine. So you wanna kind of nudge yourself to sit up a little taller than you normally would. Stay nice and grounded through the root chakra, rooting your sits bones into the earth. Engage the core as you lift above. Engage the shoulders, relax them down the back. And then energy comes out through the crown of the head, so sitting up nice and tall. From here, we are going to take a little bit of an arch, so bring the fingertips behind you and let the elbows point to the back of the room. So you're opening your heart nice and big. And then we're just gonna take an arch through the back, lifting the heart at the highest that you can take it, relaxing the shoulders down the back while you do this, and maybe your gaze comes up naturally. If this bothers your neck, you can always maintain at a level kind of facing, or you can choose to kind of lean back into it. You really wanna create the arch through your back. This is lifting the heart and creating a little more energy for you. Nice deep breaths here. Continuing to expand and open the heart even bigger with every single breath. Continuing to root down through the earth, but staying lifted. So creating that nice, beautiful marriage of groundedness, yet staying lifted. Can you find that? Nice deep breath in, exhale, let it go, very good. So we're gonna move on into our next energy boosting pose here. And we're gonna take a locust pose. Now, with locust, if you are have any lower back issues, or maybe you're pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, maybe not want to take this pose. Also, if you have any kind of quad issues, this might be painful for you, so you want to stay away from anything that's causing discomfort for you. So I will give the pose and then I will also give you an alternative to that, okay? So coming into locust, you'll want to come to tabletop position. You can also come to a plank. And you'll take a nice deep breath at the top and lower all the way down to your mat so that your belly is nice and flat against your mat. Okay, we'll bring our hands down by our sides and we'll turn our palms to face the earth. You can either bring your chin or your forehead to your mat, whatever feels best for you. And on the inhale, we're gonna lift our hearts nice and big off of our mat. Relaxing the shoulders down the back, letting the fingertips come off, maybe the toes, maybe the knees come off. So that's your locust pose, and if this is good for you, you'll stay here and continue to breathe. If this is not too pleasant for you, maybe coming to the knees. If you're in locust, continue to breathe and hold this, and then lower if you need to. But if this is unpleasant for your lower back or you're in your prenatal stages here, you'll want to come to the knees and you'll come into camel pose. Now you can tuck the toes or untuck them, whatever feels better for you. But you want to keep the hips over the knees to start. You're going to take your fingertips, bring them to the lower back. Let your elbows point to the back of the room, so relaxing the shoulders and creating that space so that your heart has a place to go. You're going to push your hips forward first. So push the hips forward and then allow yourself to kind of lounge back over top of that. Going to wherever you decide to go. There's no need to force or strain anything, but keeping the heart nice and open and breathing there. So either you're in camel or you're in locust. Yes? Take a nice deep breath wherever you are. Exhale to lower or to come back up into a neutral spine. Very nice. So that is very energizing, creates more energy, opens the heart, allows us to continue the breath and allows the energy to continue to flourish around us, okay? The next one is coming into a low lunge or half crescent moon pose here. So you're gonna come through tabletop. You're gonna step the right foot in between the hands. Now you want the knee to be over the ankle here. You can push into the hips to kind of create a hip strengthener and a hip flexor here. So pushing into the hip as much as you want to. Allow yourself to either stay here or bring the arms above you. Now what's really going to energize you and create more of an energy boost is to open the heart here. So even if the arms don't come up, you can still open the heart, allow the shoulders to come back and release to your comfort. Or maybe the hands come above you, bringing the fingertips together, and then finding your arch. Breathing nice and deep here really creates a uplifting heart movement and really allows us to find focus in the positive, bringing us above everything else, right? That's what we're trying to do. All right, so moving on to our next pose, we'll come to the feet and just give yourself a moment to kind of shake out if this is, if you've been sitting for a while. You want to bring the shoulders over the ankles here, so standing up nice and tall. Pick up all 10 toes off of the ground and place them back down. Samastheta Tahi, or equal standing weight. You want to create that within your feet. So if you're kind of wobbling or wiggling into the toes, putting all of your weight into the toes, or putting all of your weight into the heels, see how you can really even it out as best as possible to create that equal standing weight. Okay, so finding that moment for yourself, maybe taking a few breaths here just to find the equal standing weight, Samastheta Tahi, and really finding your balance, really rooting down from the ground and rising up above. This is very energizing as it is, right? So just being mindful of how you're standing each day and just how you're walking as well as you move, kind of very functional movement. From here, we'll rise the arms up and we'll gently take a lift through the heart here. So you'll see a pattern here with lifted heart creates energy. So lifting the heart up, making the gaze come up. Maybe you take a few side bends here. Really finding what works for you in this moment. Maybe just staying still and rising the heart up. And then coming back down, nice deep breaths. Maybe just taking a moment to notice how you feel after that. Very good. Moving right along into our continued energy boost time here. We're going to move on into fish pose. Okay, so fish pose. We'll bring the legs nice and wide. We'll sit up nice and tall through the sits bones. And then we'll start to lie back. Bring our hands in toward our body, scooping the elbows in toward the body as well, and then letting the shoulders be over the elbows. Now you can stay here if you wish, that's more than enough. Or you can start to lean back, letting the crown of the head come to the earth. You'll start to gently shift your body. So pushing your hands away from you and starting to move your body into the earth a little bit more. So you'll start to slide back a little bit. You want to keep the heart open here. So if you're crunching in the shoulders or in the neck, then readjust and come out of it. But you want to create that nice fish pose, nice arch through the back, lifting through the heart. The inversion part of this, so allowing the crown of the head to come into the earth, is very naturally energizing. So anything where you're kind of upside down and creating energy through the crown of the head is going to create that energy for you. Take a few deep breaths here, maybe 10 to 20. Remembering that if you find any strain in your movement, to come out of it. There's no need for strain or force, just find comfort. We'll start to find our way back up, nice and gentle. Taking your time coming up, knowing that the blood ends up pouring into the head, so you want to take your time coming up so that you don't get dizzy. Take your time to sit here. If while you're sitting here, if it feels good for you, lift up the hips just a little bit, engage the core, push the pelvis up to the sky. Continue to lift out of the shoulders. So push out of those shoulders, push the elbows down into the earth, breathe. Breathing, breathing, breathing always. Exhale, we'll come back down. Start to make your way up to seated position. Very good. We'll take our very last energy boosting pose here. And we'll come into a forward fold to start. So maybe taking this time to just relax into your forward fold first. Maybe swaying side to side. Bend through the knees as much as you need to and allow your head and neck to be nice and heavy. Maybe staying here is just enough for you, or maybe you start to let your feet come wider. So we'll come to a nice wide forward fold. You can walk your feet out as wide as you like, but allowing the energy through the crown of the head to go down into the earth, putting all four corners of the feet into the earth, so creating that equal standing weight again. Maybe let the arms go through, rocking back and forth. So I'm just pushing my hands through my legs. Or you can start to bring the crown of your head down into the earth. So making your stance nice and wide. Crown of the head into the earth is going to create that energy. So it creates the energy by lifting the earth's energy into you, as well as putting your energy into the earth. So that nice good energy exchange that we need for a boost. Option to just stay where you are, or option to maybe take a tripod, continuing to push the crown of the head into the earth, finding your balance. If you're going to do this, make sure your hands are into the earth, and make sure your wrists are over your elbows. Maybe you find some balance here, wherever you want to take it. And then gently starting to release down. We're going to make our way into child's pose from wherever you are. So if you were in that forward fold or in a wide forward fold, just bring yourself back to child's pose. Give yourself the time to take it all in. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, release. Nice and energized. Feeling the difference. Feeling the goodness. Feeling the glory. And then start to roll yourself up. So you don't want to stand up too fast. You really want to take your time rolling up through the spine and coming up on your own. Take some nice deep breaths once you come back up. Really allowing the energy channels to shift. And then we'll bring the arms up, 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 up. Bring them back into heart center. I thank you for tuning in today. I hope you found some energy from our poses today. I hope they are boosting your energy throughout the day. And I hope you stay safe and healthy. Remember to subscribe to the page, like us if you liked what you saw today, and continue to tune in to all the rest of the videos that we'll continue to post. Really appreciate you guys. Always making sure that you're staying in tune with yourself and your wellness. Have a great one.